Okay. Welcome. Welcome to the second game in the biggest gaming event in fucking history, mate. In fucking history. We've got Zach as Chaos. There he is. That is actually Zach himself. And then we've got Jam as the Orks. We'll say that's Jam. Blood River. Classic map. Not my favourite map, to be honest. Not the map I would have suggested for them to play, but that's what they picked. And they've also, unbeknownst to them, have not enabled take and hold victories. So we'll see. This was a bit of a hodgepodge one, but it was a good game. Unfortunately, I didn't fucking record, so yeah, you've got to deal with this slightly shitty commentary. It was quite a funny one. We had a few, I think it was me, Jimmy, were talking over this. Max joined in. At one point in the game, I'll maybe try and point it out, because I think I remember when it happened. Jam actually joined our Discord chat, the commentator's desk, asking how he toggles the taskbar because he'd accidentally clicked this. So I had to tell him how it's Control H. So that was quite funny. But I think the players had like a little sort of... they were on the Discord chat together. I think they had a little truce or something while that was going on. There's a lull in the combat. First things first, though. Let's have a look. Slight lead for Jam at the start in economy. And that might be a bit of a theme for this game. Plus 38 rec for Chaos, for Zach. Plus 44 for Jam. He's just a little bit quicker. Just that little bit quicker off the mark. Getting his listening posts up, getting his points captured. Zach goes for the critical location very early and gets this crucial, hard to capture middle point on Blood River. This is the river made of blood. But it doesn't really amount to much because there's no take and hold victory, unfortunately. So it could be a little bit snappier, Zach, on these listening posts. He doesn't have the rec for it just yet, but he's reinforcing these Chaos Marines, I think. Or he's not reinforcing them, he's just got 2 squads and 2 cultists, which is that's quite a big investment tier 1. So he needs to make it pay off by dealing damage. First contact. Fighting over this relic. Jam reacts. Pushes back the Chaos Marines. I actually think, in fact, yes, the Chaos Marines will definitely win this fight. Chaos Marines are very good in melee. They actually deal more melee damage than range damage, according to the stats on this page. That's probably not actually true. But Zach then, chooses to fight it out. Jam's got to retreat. Probably doesn't mind losing a few Slugger Boys. You see, a Slugger Boy is 30 requisition. A Chaos Marine is 50. Worth bearing in mind. On this side of the map, not much happening. A scout out from the big mech. A few Chaos Marines die here. Or is that part of the... That's part of the map, isn't it? Okay, never mind. That's part of the map, I think. And Zach getting aggressive. Big blob of Marines here. Big blob of Marines. But I don't think he can push into the Orc base like this. Jam's done a good job of upgrading his posts. Gets this critical point as well. Not that it really matters so much. See, the big mech is going to cause him trouble here. So Jam kind of gets the better of this early engagement. And we see Zach doing a good job now. He is upgrading. And Zach actually pulls ahead on economy. So I think Zach does a better job of multitasking. Where the combats are occurring, he's still upgrading his stuff. He's still working on the economy, which is exactly what you need. And a big thing for this, Jam neglects this point right here in the river. Very commonly missed, hard to see in the river here. You kind of really got to see it on the mini-map, the little purple. But for the whole game, he's like a whole point down, which is kind of incredible. I think this game would have been maybe over a little bit quicker if this point had been taken. Bit of a lull. I think this was the point. Yeah, this was the point that Jam had hidden his taskbar. I'm pretty sure, and so I think there's a bit of a gentleman's agreement here to pause play. Slightly to the benefit of Jam, I have to say, because he's capturing both of these relics. I want to see this upgrading. Just as I was about to say it, he starts it. Good stuff. Good stuff. Maybe add another generator. Floating a lot of requisition now from Zach. Floating a lot of requisition. So the answer now, if you're floating this much requisition, okay, he does something, he starts queuing up troops, that's okay. I think in this situation I would have put 2 more plasma gens down, and I would have started thinking about teching up. Because he's got a lot of Marines. This is a lot of Marines. This is quite a big investment. And I'm not keen on the fact that he has 1 big squad and 1 littler squad. Makes it very easy to tie up the big squad with the big mech, for example. Now sends the cultist to cap this critical point. Only doing it for the resources, though. And a bit of a central push from Zach here. Deciding to maybe give up on this relic, which is quickly getting fortified with some Ork bullshit. But we'll see the response as we fight for this relic. All he's got is a squad of slugger boys. Not enough to hold this. You will be killed by traitors' hands. Watch out. Love the Ork Chaos lineup. You know, the sort of high horse evil versus low brow evil. Orks are just having more fun with it, you know. Chaos are coping. There we go. Bit of a counter-attack from Jam. We'll see how this goes, though. He's throwing the Shooter Boy squad into this listening post. I don't know if this is going to be worth it. He's going to take a lot of losses here, a lot of attrition. And he gets pushed back here a little bit, but the Chaos Lord comes in and he's going to do big work. He's going to do big work. The Chaos Lord will beat the big mech in combat all day. See, I think they start the duel here. Knock down on the Chaos Lord, but okay, they sort of avoid each other for now. A lot of firepower from Zach. But for Tier 1 Chaos Marines, you know, it's a big investment. He goes for a 3rd squad of Chaos Marines. He's floating resources enough now that he could be pushing. He needs to have a few more generators down. He needs to be Tier 2 by now. Going over to Jam's side.
We're under attack!
Let's look at the eco difference. Kind of close on the eco now. Fairly close on the eco, but I think both players... Jam is spending his resources kind of better, but he's also a little bit shy on the power and could maybe look to tech up. But he's spending a lot of resources on units to defend against Zach's big Chaos Marine blob here. Let's see, we need to wait for one of these players teching up. That'll be the next crucial step. You see that they're playing both sides of the map nicely. We didn't see that in Game 1 in with Jimmy and Max. Oh, he can always a squad of cultists here if he's not careful. Okay, gets away with it. Yeah, both players are nicely playing both sides of the map here. But slightly to the benefit of Jam. Because Zach is going to struggle. Just 3 squads of Chaos Marines. You do struggle a little bit. They need the heavy bolters. They need the heavy bolters. And he's building the Chaos Armory now. And he's going Tech 2, actually. So that's a big tech advantage. I don't think Jam is Tier 2 yet. I think you get... I can't remember what this looks like, but you get more turrets, don't you? Yes, so he's not Tier 2 yet. Stormboy's coming out. Very good unit to tie up these Chaos Marines who will eventually have heavy bolters. Chaos Lord being neglected here. Will go down, probably. Forgotten about. Oh, that's expensive. That's expensive to just get shot up. Attach that fella to a Chaos Marine squad if you forget about him. Chaos Armory out now, so we might see some heavy weapons, and we are doing. Yep, there it is. Big investment into Tier 1 from both players, though, so it's kind of working out. But the resource flow, let's see. 1,200 requisition from Zach. He could be Tier 2 easily now. He could have many more generators, and he could have vehicles coming out. I think both players maybe mis-microing their economy somewhat. But they love the fights. They have to fight. I think both players feeling the pressure a little bit and feeling like they need to push, feeling like they need to survive. But Jam with a bit of a stranglehold on the map now. And you see the economy lead is definitely favouring Jam now that he's controlling these extra points. And he has now captured this point, but not yet put a listening post on it. Okay, yeah, this is a big turning point for Jam. Because I think he overcommits here. The thing about Blood River is that it has these 3 listening posts really close. They overlap. You see that both listening posts were shooting here. and that's a big deal. It's a very small map, very small distance between players, but you have this this juxtaposed with this little turret sort of setup that they've got going on here. Very defensible map. You've got this kind of four actual very easily defended points, but then you've kind of got to go and grab these relics. What you often find on this map is that the top player will take this relic, the bottom player will take this relic, and then you have a kind of a stalemate over the critical points. But this time, Jam has definitely taken his opportunity well here. Not that going to get shredded here a little bit. The heavy bolters are now shooting. This is what he wants from the start. I think he struggles getting microing all of his units together, because you want them all shooting at the same time, of course, so you're not having this effect where you have one squad getting picked off, which is tricky to do. This is why the Chaos Rhino is so good, because rather than your men slowly walking in one at a time to get shot up, you just put them in the Rhino, you drive the Rhino right up, balls deep, and then you jump out and start gunning straight away. Little tip. But Hell Talon's coming out now from Zach. Very strong unit, and I know why he's gone for this. He's gone for this because he had a game where he was cheesed by someone who rushed Hell Talons and wiped him out. So his trauma response is to go Hell Talons. Great unit. Should be good to bust some of these Orky buildings that have been infesting the map. But tank busters as well from Jam, so he's cranking up the heat, bringing up some anti-vehicle action coming up. The tank busters will be good against the Hell Talons, but of course the Hell Talons can fucking fly, so they can just fly away. So we'll see how that goes. Tank busters as well, of course, have the unique thing, or sort of a unique thing, that they have really shit accuracy. So it's kind of they're probably one of the most RNG units in this game. Okay, now he sees the Hell Talons. Level 3 listening post here. Probably a smart move from Zach. Usually it's economically not worth getting an LP3. It's one of the least efficient turrets listening post upgrades to get. But if you're expecting damage incoming, it's worth it. I think this listening post might go down. There's a few big shooters in the squads now. There they go, very strong ranged weapon there. Met, of course, by the heavy bolters of the Chaos Marines. Very cool, very nice. And now he sends the Hell Talons in. There you go, you see. But the tank busters are there to answer. I think he did do some damage here. He did destroy a listening post. He's challenging the economy of Jam, who is still ahead, unfortunately. He swings his Hell Talons around, a little bit low on the old health. Not much here that can damage them. But the tank busters are going to be following them. Big mob here. 15 Storm Boys. See, now this is going to be a problem for Zach, because that's 15 Storm Boys is going to tie up one of these big mega squads of Chaos Marines, and he's going to have to find a way of dealing with that. We're not seeing any more vehicles being produced. What's the economy looking like? Well, yeah, quite a lot of resources floating. Puts down the plasma generators. Nice. Good. And I think hopefully he's got the global requisition upgrade as well by now. But I think we need to be seeing Defilers. He's got the money for it, I think. Defilers would be nice, just to disrupt some of these shooter boy squads, just to give him time to deal with the Storm Boys. Okay, we see a big Ork push. It's not what you want to be seeing on the edge of your base. Stealth tank busters now, very cool. Plasma generator getting built quite close to the front line here. Big gun squad from the Chaos Marines though, that's going to be pumping a lot of damage, but the Storm Boys come in a little bit late, but they're coming in to tie up. Nob squad tying up as well. He's pulling back the Marines. This turret's been doing a lot of work, but it's going to go down now to those tank busters. And where are those Hell Talons? Yes, the Hell Talons are here taking this point. Very good, I like the counter-attack. Lots of firepower coming out from Zach here, but we've seen some damage done. Not a single Storm Boy has died. Or at least the squad is being reinforced fully, but they're very low. Look how low health they are. They're all the models are low on health. A lot of red models in there. lost off a couple of the heavy bolters from the Chaos Marines, but he's pumping a lot of damage into Jam's infantry. But of course, he's got the economy for it. 133 plus 80. The Hell Talons just can't do enough damage to make up for this. And those stealth tank busters are making a mess of this base. He needs some kind of detection. They're going to be tearing through his economy now. Zach goes for the counter-attack. I mean, I think that's all he can do right now. He needs to be confident and go because Jam has got nothing to defend that base. He's thinking, I think he's a bit distracted by this. One squad of Chaos Marines stood here would defeat these. Tank busters are not good against anything but vehicles and buildings. He needs one unit of detection and one... I would keep a squad back here, definitely, and attack with these. Let's see what he goes with. I think he... it looks like he likes having his army in one control group, I think. Okay, we're fine. But see, the tank busters now going for the HQ. Bit of a base race going on. These turrets shooting up are going to make a difference here for sure. He needs to maybe focus these buildings down one at a time. Chaos Marines broken here. Chaos Marine squad getting tied up by knobs. They're not going to enjoy that. They're good in melee. They're decent in melee, Chaos Marines, but they're not that good. They can't stand up to knob squads. Yeah, I think he had the momentum here. I think Jam tactically made the mistake of losing his army here, giving Zach a bit of a chance, but I think Zach his attack has been blunted by bullshit here a little bit. Needs a bit more anti-vehicle before he can go in here. Sends the Defilers in against the Tank Busters. High risk. Because of course they do very good damage against the Defiler, but I think he's got no choice. Chaos Sorcerer ties up one squad, Defiler ties up another. Tank Busters actually do very good melee damage against vehicles. You can see that they throw stick grenades in melee against tanks, but the Defiler is very disruptive. Still fighting here. Bit of a resource fallout from both players, but not as bad. They are spending their resources up, that's good. Zach with a lot of power, but he's just been taken off of these requisition points, and I think that might be the kicker. He's just starved out for requisition now. Has a lot of power though, so he needs to be really leaning on these vehicles with this to spend this power now. Bit of a swing back the other way as Jam comes in now. Finally, it bleeds these Chaos Marines dry. They're very expensive, 50 rec each. He just can't be affording to keep those reinforced on this in this economy. Now it looks like he's going to struggle, I think, with these. This Knob squad has been a real problem for him. He's got no answer to the melee of Jam. Filer's low on health, doing good to pull them back though. But again, the Knobs are an answer to the Chaos Marines here, and the Tank Busters are an answer to the Defilers here. Very tricky stuff. I think these Defilers are going to go down. The misses. You see that all half these rockets always miss. A little bit too late to save his Defiler buddy here. I think here we go. I think we're close. We're close to the Zach tap out here. I'm going to take a sip of my brew. And pat my dog. Very back and forth game, very interesting game. I think mistakes made by both players, good plays made by both players. The Jam takes it, and I think just with the economy, the classic, you know, not what you expect. I think the game would have been nice to see a take and hold threat on this map. I think that makes it a bit more interesting. I think we might have seen more chances for Zach, who lost control of these two relics quite early. I think not taking this point and putting a post on it was quite a big deal. I think Jam could have clutched this out a bit earlier. Had he, you know, that's quite a significant economy loss there for a while in the game. But yeah, these two relic points that he pinned down. Zach did a good job of pulling him off this. but wasn't able to get a squad free to decap it. Sometimes it's nice to just have a squad of cultists that you don't reinforce and you just have around capping points, you know. But it's hard to do. It's very hard to do. If you've got, it feels like you've got your 3 squads of Chaos Marines and they're fully upgraded and they're fully stacked out. It's like, well, I don't want to waste their time capturing a relic. That's going to take ages. It's a very difficult choice to make. But yeah, we saw some good units come out. We saw Defilers, Hell Talons, Tank Busters were big here. The Knob Squad, of course, from Orks is always very big. I like to see both players, I think, tech up a little bit quicker. I think the tech was a little bit slow. I think a lot of times people get kind of anxious when they're playing online against people. You feel so under pressure. You feel like, oh my God, if I don't reinforce my squads, if I don't have military on the ground, I'm going to get overwhelmed. I'm going to die, you know. You have to kind of trust a little bit in your listening posts, in your defenses. You know, especially on a map like this, you've got no reason to be afraid because you can't be pushed in tier 1. It doesn't matter how, if he has 3 squads of shooter boys and he brings them here, yeah, he might destroy a listening post. That's the best he's going to get. But he's going to get shot by this post, this post, this post. Your generators are going to be all safe here in the back. You know, you're good. You can skimp out on your military is what I'm saying. You know, don't upgrade that squad of cultists. Don't upgrade that squad of Chaos Marines. Leave them at 4 man and just have them capturing the map, upgrading your eco, and then go to tier 2. Tier 2 is where you start getting all of your anti-building and anti-vehicle weapons that you can use to break fortifications, you know. So I think we did see a few premature attacks from both players. Both players had their own sort of blood in the water moment where they thought they had the win and that they needed to push. But both players have tasted defeat because of you know, aggression, early aggression. But yeah, very good game. GG to both players. Yeah, God bless. See you later.